Hey guys, this is Tore from TC here, along with Tom Lang from TC-Helicon.
Hello.
And you're back in Denmark.
I love it.
And last year you were here, and we did a really cool and fun video about Play Electric, which has just come out at that time. And basically talking a little bit about some of the guitar features that are in there.
Okay. Yeah.
And now I learned that you guys have the Switch-6 out.
Well, yeah, we put this out for, it's compatible with a number of our products, but in this case, it takes all the wonderful things that are buried inside here and brings them out in the order that you assign them out onto a pedal.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I love the sounds of these, but to me, as a guitar player, and that might just be me being weird and all, but I prefer pedals more than presets. And, the unit by itself, Play Electric by itself, is very much a preset-based product, which is great for some people. I love the idea of having just pedals in front of me. So what I was thinking is, could we set this up so that I basically have my little pedal board with my favorite effects like in front of me and just basically use that instead?
Of course. So let's, first of all, we've got it hooked up here, just in the pedal input, connected here. And so we'll go into the setup, and this will be the setup for global. It's globally, right?
Yep.
So what we'll do is, we'll go over to here to the Switch-6 tab. All right. So currently it shows that switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are assigned this way. So we got guitar reverb there. You know, the last person that played with this set guitar reverb to that one. Loop 2 is, or switch 2 is looping.
Yeah.
Switch 3 is looping. Guitar boost and 4. But you want a different order, don't you?
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm pretty old school when it comes to to guitar. So basically, when I play with an amp and stuff, I actually always use a one-channel amp. So just set to like a semi-crunchy thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll use my guitar volume to turn the volume down so I get kind of like a clean sound.
Yep.
And then I'll use the boost pedal or an overdrive pedal to push the amp a bit harder when I want a solo sound. So it's basically getting 3 sounds or more by using your volume up. So that would be my start. And we actually TV kitchen style. We cheated a little bit and basically found a sound that we kind of like.
And we called it
Tore's Chunk.
Of course.
Not junk.
That's chunk. So now what would you like to put on the switches?
So again, being a guitar player, I think from right to left instead of left to right. So I would put my most important junk on the right side. So that would be my boost, because I would say everything off would just be my.
So that's switch 6.
Yeah.
Right now it's on delay. So what we'll do is we'll set that to boost, which is here.
Yes.
So now, when we go into the guitar effects, we go over here to the amp. When you press this, you see that this changes to boost.
Yeah.
You can then change the drive and level. You'll see how they'll change when I go turn boost off.
So we can adjust that depending.
Yeah, you can
on
adjust that.
Boost.
So let's see how our TV kitchen came up with.
So I can have
drive.
it off. Would just be like my regular guitar sound. So kind of like a rocky kind of. And if I turn it down, lo and behold, hence the nice ampy modulation inside.
Still full sounding enough to listen pro. Right.
So I get a nice clean sound, and
That's
I can turn it on. Yeah.
Right.
And then when you do this stuff, you hit the boost button.
Sweet. Okay, so we got boost assigned on switch 6. What else would you like to?
Yeah. So. Always like to use a bit of compression, both for that kind of clean, just making it easier to strum and things like that, but also to kind of simulate the amp sack that you sometimes get. So that would be my choice for the second switch.
Probably this one here.
And that would be 5.
So guitar compressor. Yeah. I don't know. We didn't really set it. Oh, there it is on now. Okay. That's pretty subtle. I mean, we
can get it some more.
That's
pretty good.
I just love playing with compression all the time anyway. I'd never turn that off. So there's off. Do you want a little extra makeup gain to pull it up a little bit, maybe for a solo or something? Okay, so Okay,
That's really
good.
nice.
That's good. So let's do a quick save so we don't lose anything.
Yeah.
By the way, I wanted to tell you that doesn't mean Great Britain.
Oh.
Dang. Because it's, maybe it's a British sound, and
Yeah,
it is actually the
a
British amp
sound,
model we're using.
But you could use Marshall-y, or sorry, you could use like American style sounds.
Of course you could, but GB
and it wouldn't
means...
say US there.
No, it says guitar boost. Okay, so you know when you look down at the product that boost is on. The rest of these don't show, but you should be able to tell by what the sound is. And the next thing you want to assign is number 4, and that is what?
Yeah, I typically on my pedal boards I would put some kind of modulation effect in there. So that could be like a chorus or a flanger. But if I could only pick one, the one that I generally like to use is tremolo, because it's a nice all-round type effect. That you
and
can
because
use
you're playing with a
things.
telly. I mean, tellies and tremolo
yeah.
are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Let's go into the guitar effects, and here's the micromod page. We call it micromod because it has pitch in it as well.
Yeah.
So let's go searching around for, oh, there it is.
There you go.
Tremolo, let's see if you like that.
Probably a little slower. A little faster. Yes, give it a support.
Yeah. So that's number 4 now.
Yeah, lovely.
Beautiful. We're moving along. And
So
okay, now
we get to the important stuff.
boost, compressor, mod,
Delay.
delay. Okay, so switch 3, we're going to put that not to loop undo, we're going to put that to guitar delay, which is right there.
Cool.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, it just happens to have a nice little flashback on there.
Yeah.
What would you like on that one? Remember,
Probably,
just because the pedal is assigned to delay on this one, it doesn't mean that it's always the same one. When you change presets, you could have a different delay. You could have a slap on one and a tap.
So theoretically, I have the same core setting. I'd probably have the same amp setting for all my presets, but then I might switch a few of the presets out. So no matter what preset I'd be on, or some of the effects out. So no matter what preset I'm on, it's the same core sound. Kind of like having the same amp behind you all the time.
Of course.
But you just switch out some of the effects.
Yeah, and you can store those each one and then go and do your edits accordingly.
So let's just try to put in like a nice analog warm delay sound.
Like a flashback tape, perhaps?
That would be nice.
So that is this one, and we have the ability to change the division. Again, this is a tap tempo one, so you're probably going to want to have tap tempo as well.
Yes, I want to have tap tempo on the next switch.
Okay, well, let's do that real
quarter
quick.
notes is fine.
Yeah, quarter notes. Oh, you can do a dotted eighth if you want.
Yeah, but that would bring me into YouTube country.
Oh, you don't want to go
That
there.
would be a different. That would be a different preset.
YouTube or YouTube?
YouTube and YouTube.
Yeah, both. Okay, so switch 2 is where you want your tap tempo.
Yeah.
Let's see where that is. Okay, so you can have a little slap. It's cool because you can make it slap or you can make it tap tap. I'm gonna do a quick store because I hate to lose work. You got one more switch.
Yes, reverb.
Choose wisely.
Reverb.
Okay, of course.
My dear
That is
friend.
very wise. We just happen to have a Hall of Fame.
Yep, that's perfect. Yes,
Yeah, there
here
you
we go.
That's off. On.
Yep, perfect.
So cool. And now what you do is you take a piece of tape and you go along here and you write out what those are because you're going to forget by tonight when you're on stage.
Oh no, this is simple enough for me actually.
You remember this?
Yes, I would remember that. That would be like what my pedalboard looks like at home actually. More
Fantastic.
Or less. So,
Slightly smaller, a little bit more compact.
really, really cool.
Yeah. Wow.
And some great sounds. Done.